విమలేశా నమస్తే నమస్తే నమః. నమో వెంకటేశ నమో తిరుమలేశ నమో వెంకటేశ నమో తిరుమలేశ మహానందమాయే ఓ మహాదేవ దేవా మహానందమాయే ఓ మహాదేవ
Namaste, this is Prasad Dagarala, founding member, trustee and vice chairman of India Cultural Center and Temple, extending you a hearty welcome to this event, celebrating the 30 years of glorious service by this organization to Hindu community in the Mid-South area. It all started in 1980 when Mr. Vijay Rautani called for a meeting to explore the possibility of building a center of our own. And in the meeting, I realized that there were two strong groups with strong feelings, some wanting only cultural community center, and others led by Sri Dr. A.P. Mahesh Kumar strongly expressing their desire for a temple. As a compromise, I suggested why can't we have both. So it was agreed upon in principle to pursue this project, and then we formed a formal committee. And during that time, we had a very small community of 250 families, and there was a strong skepticism prevalent throughout the community that this project is not realistic. It took us 5 years to neutralize some of that negative energy, and were able to purchase a beautiful piece of land in East Tennessee, 12 acres of land, in 1985 October. And it took another 7 years to collect enough money to start thinking of building the actual project. Meanwhile, in 1987, we took a survey of the community to see which devatas the community would like to see in the temple, and the devatas that were voted upon by the community is what you see in the temple today. Then we hired an eminent Sthapati, Sri Padma Sri Muttai Sthapati, to design our temple according to the Agama Shastras, which he did. In 1992, after obtaining a loan from the bank, after many of us gave us the collateral guarantees, under the leadership of Dr. N.V. Raghavaya, we performed the Shankustapana. In 1991, the India Cultural Center and Temple Board of Trustees appointed Dr. Vijay Dagarala to be the fundraising committee chairman. Since then, She has raised millions of dollars with her uncanny ability to convince people to be the donors. She also leading by example herself. And we cannot say enough for her services to the temple. In 1993 July, actual groundbreaking was started and the building was completed in May 1994. In June 1994, we did Pratishtha of the temple with the help of priests from Chicago, New York. And since we didn't have time to hire a priest at that time, a volunteer priest, Sri Nandur Srinivas, popularly known as Vasudeva, helped open the temple for the next 7 months, doing minimal daily required pujas. In the February 1995, we have requested Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam to send two of their senior priests to establish the traditions of formal agamic based worship in our temple, and as a result, Sri Narayanam Venkata Satyanarayana Garu for Vaikhanasa Agama and Sri Malladi Satyanarayana Garu for Karana Agama were sent by Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam in February 1995. Immediately, they set out to design a plan for ritual worship based on the Agama Shastras, as it happens in Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam. The first Brahmosam to Lord Venkateshwara was done in 1995 October with vahanas obtained from local markets, which are at this day will be laughable, but we did that for next 4 or 5 years until we had enough community involvement. In 1997, at the suggestion of my guru, Sri Vidyanandagiri Swami of Vyasashramam, we performed the Adbhuta Shanti Mahayagnam to Lord Venkateshwara for the first time in the history of North America. And it was such a wonderful vibration. The community received it well. We decided to make it an annual event. In 2001, a team of 10 Shilpis were sent by Muttaya Sapati for Indianizing the temple, and they toiled for 6 years until 2005 and created a beautiful temple that you see today. In June of 2005, under the blessings and guidance of Sri Ganapati Satchidananda Swamiji of Mysore Dattapitham, a Kumbhabhishekam was done on a grand scale. In 2007, at the suggestion of Karunamayi Mataji, we performed first time again in North America a yajnam to Lord Narasimha in the form of Ashtamukha Gandaberunda Lakshmi Narasimha, using 120 priests and 108 home kundas. In 2010, again at the suggestion of Mataji, Karunamayi, we established a jade Sri Chakra which sits at the feet of Lord Goddess Parvati in the temple today. In 2011, we performed Sri Ramataraka Mahayagnam with 108 priests with a great celebration. In 2014, we performed the Ashtamukha Gandaberunda Lakshmi Narasimha Swami Yagnam with 108 Homakundas in a holy place called Mangalagiri in India, which is Swayambhu Narasimha Kshetram. The sankalpam for this Yagnam was to eradication of the caste system. So we made all people of all castes and faiths and creeds sit at the Homakundas and made them chant the mantras of Narasimha and offer the harvest with such a great response from the community, and everybody was tearing up with joy. In August 2014, we have established a beautiful temple for an unusual form of Lord Narasimha called Ashtamukha Gandabherunda Lakshmi Narasimha, which does not exist anywhere else in the world. This was possible because our chief priest, Sri Satyanarayana, is an ardent practitioner of Narasimha mantra for the last 50 years. Because of the fruits of his Anushthanam, the Lord has decided to manifest in Memphis, Tennessee. In 2015, again we did a Shatarudriya Mahayagnam under the leadership of Sri Velan Bodhinath Swami of Hawaii with 101 Homakundas. Again in 2016, with the same sankalpa to eradication of the caste system, Narasimha Yagnam was performed in Hyderabad. In 2017, we did our second Kumbhabhishekam with great pomp. The second Kumbhabhishekam to our temple was performed. During this ceremony, we beautified the entire complex by installing life-size granite sculptures of Dashavataras, Saptatandavas of Lord Shiva and Gayatri Devi, which has enhanced the serenity of the complex. And the Kumbhabhishekam was very successfully performed with enthusiastic participation from the community. In conjunction with this Kumbhabhishekam in 2017, we established the temple of Nagadevata for those who have Kalasarpa doshas, Rahuket doshas, Kuja doshas, to provide a remedy, and it has been received enthusiastically from people from all the 50 states, and we have performed many remedial pujas for these afflicted individuals with successful results. In 2018, we performed another unique yagnam to celebrate the Ashtadasha Shaktipitas in honor of Divine Mother with great vibration and the enthusiastic participation from the community. In 2018, we purchased the land east of us, which was about 89 acres, although we didn't know exactly what we'll be doing with this land. In 2019, we celebrated our Silver Jubilee with great pomp and festivities. At the same year, we performed this Ashtamukha Gandabherunda Lakshmi Narasimha Yagnam in island of Mauritius. In 2019, this was repeated in the Jyotirmat of Sri Shankaracharya in the Himalayas, and a Chardham Yatra was also conducted successfully in conjunction with it. In 2020, we unveiled a very ambitious project, which is our fourth phase of growth and development of India Cultural Center Temple. We named it Kadamba Vanam. He named it so because Kadamba is a very important flower for a Divine Mother Lalitamba. And this project primarily consists of 7 components. The central feature being a giant Sri Chakra of 416 feet square at the base, 104 feet high, and studded with 10 million Banalingas from Narmada River of Madhya Pradesh, India. This project is not existing even in India, and it's going to be a pride of all Hindus across the globe. And the second component is a monument to Saint Annamacharya of 15th century, who composed 32,000 kirtanas on Lord Venkateshwara in Sanskrit and Telugu, and also a great social reformer who condemned the caste system and excommunicated by his community at that time. So this Vigraham will be made in the Panchalohas, and it will be 111 feet in height from the toes to the crown, and it will stand on a 13-foot high magnificent museum to Indian classical music, giving a total height of 124 feet. We did a Bhum Puja in 2021 for this project, where we would be locating the Sri Chakra, and a Shankustapana was performed in fall of 2022. In 2023, we selected a Stapati in Nattarameshwaram, a small village in Andhra Pradesh on the banks of river Godavari, to be the sculptor to create this monumental Annamacharya Vigraham, and we did a 3 days of homas and pujas to initiate the building of this, making of this Vigraham. Casting of the Vigraham was started with the casting of the right big toe. This will take approximately 1 year to complete the casting process, and the Vigraham will be shipped in pieces to be assembled here, installed here in 2026. As a token of our gratitude, we are establishing a founder's circle in Kadambavanam, which is a giant bronze plaque of 10 by 15 feet, showing the names of original founders of the temple on one side and the large donors of this Kadambavanam on the other side. The other major component of this Kadambavanam is a magnificent Yagnisala, 300 by 300 feet with 90,000 square feet, so that we can perform Sahasra Chandi Yagam at the time of inauguration of the Sri Chakra. A cultural center in the architectural style of Rajasthan will be built south of the Sri Chakra, which will house a modern avant-garde performing arts center seating about 2,000 people, the banquet hall of same capacity, and also housing a museum of Sanatana Dharma, which will showcase the greatness of Sanatana Dharma through multimedia presentations. We also envision a group of cottages for the visiting guests. We name it at Panchavadi. These homes will be built in an ancient Indian style with tiled roofs, with verandas all around and cross ventilation, and an open central courtyard in the house. A giant greenhouse will be built occupying 3 to 4 acres so that we can grow all the trees that we revere in Sanatana Dharma, since Memphis weather is not conducive to their growth. A yoga sala is also designed along with these buildings in the middle of a lake to teach Patanjali Yoga, Nada Yoga and Natya Yoga. In future, we would envision a Veda Pathasala to train students in the Vedas and Agama Shastras, so that all these thousands of temples that are being built in the United States will have the priests available for carrying out the religious procedures. We also envision a boarding school where boys and girls will be admitted from 5th grade to a high school level, giving them education plus Sanskrit language and Ashtanga Yoga, inculcating the values of Sanatana Dharma in their young minds. And this project will generate large amounts of funds which will be used for helping Sanatana Dharma throughout the world by supporting Goshalas, Veda Pathashalas, giving scholarships to young students learning Vedas and giving stipends to retired Vedic scholars and encouraging fine arts like painting, sculpture, music, dance, and also giving financial help to students who deserve it regardless of caste or creed, both in the United States and India. We also would like to use the powerful movie medium to create some movies of historical significance so that the new generation of Indians will learn their true history from the Indian point of view. So these are the ambitious goals that we have set for ourselves, but judging by looking at our history, we have no doubt we will accomplish this in no time. And we expect every Hindu in and around this globe will enthusiastically embrace this project and support it financially. All this growth and accomplishments could not have been possible without the help of our life members, our donors, our trustees, our volunteers, and our priests. And the organization is sincerely appreciate their contribution to this institution, and we express our sincere gratitude to all of them. May God bless them all.
నా పేరు నారాయణ వెంకట సత్యనారాయణాచార్యులు. ఈ ఆలయానికి ప్రధానార్చకుడుగా ఉన్నాను. నేను ఇక్కడికి ఈ క్షేత్రానికి వచ్చి 29 సంవత్సరాలు అయింది. ఈ యొక్క రాబోయేటువంటి 30 సంవత్సరాల వార్షిక మహోత్సవ సందర్భంగా ఒక మెసేజ్ అందరికీ తెలియజేయాలని చెప్పి చెబుతున్నాము. ఇంతకుముందు డాక్టర్ ప్రసాద్ గారు మన ICCT ఆలయ నిర్మాణంలో ఈ 30 సంవత్సరాలు జరిగిన విషయాన్ని అంతా కూడా మీరు అందరూ చూస్తూ ఉన్నారు. ఈ శుభ సందర్భంగా మనకు రాబోయే కాలంలో ఈ క్షేత్రం కోటిలింగ ప్రాజెక్ట్ అనేటువంటి యొక్క దివ్య క్షేత్రం ఏ విధంగా ఉంటుంది, ఏ విధంగా అభివృద్ధిలో ఉంటుంది వచ్చిన తర్వాత ఈ క్షేత్రానికి భక్తజనం తండోపతండలుగా వచ్చేటువంటి విధానాన్ని నేను స్వప్నం నాకు దర్శనమిచ్చారు. ఆ విషయాన్ని మీ అందరికీ కూడా తెలియజేస్తున్నాం. మనందరం కూడా ఈ క్షేత్రానికి సహకరించి రాబోయే కాలంలో వచ్చేటువంటి భక్తులందరికీ కూడా దినదినాభివృద్ధిగా ఉండేటువంటి యొక్క క్షేత్రాన్ని అభివృద్ధి చేసేదానికి అందరూ చేదోడు వాదోడుగా ఉండి సహకరించి ఈ యొక్క కోట్లింగపాటిని దిగ్విజయం చేయించాలని చెప్పేసి ఆ స్వామివారి యొక్క అనుగ్రహం మనందరికీ కలగాలని చెప్పి నాకు స్వప్నంలో దర్శనం 3 సార్లు ఇచ్చినటువంటి విషయాన్ని మీ అందరికీ తెలియజేస్తున్నాను.
कठोरदंशिका प्रदीप्त दिग्विदिक्